Somewhere along the way, dating stopped feeling human. It used to be simple. You met someone, you talked, you learned each other slowly. Connection grew through time. Now, connection is instant, disposable, and replaceable. You match, you talk, you joke, you think things are going well, then one day, silence. No explanation, no conflict, just disappearance. And you sit there, staring at your phone, wondering what went wrong, wondering if you said too much, or not enough, or if you ever really mattered. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of the time, it was never personal. Modern dating is built like a marketplace. Profiles stacked up like products, attention traded like currency, and human beings reduced to just options. And when everyone is an option, no one feels chosen. This is why so many men feel replaceable now. Not because they lack value, but because the system was never designed for stability. It was designed for endless choice. And endless choice quietly destroys attachment. You feel it when you talk to someone new. Part of you stays guarded. Part of you assumes it won't last. Because experience taught you not to get attached too early. So you hold back. You play it cool. You mirror detachment. And slowly, nobody is actually connecting anymore. Just two people pretending not to care, while secretly hoping the other will. But nobody says it out loud. This creates a very strange modern paradox. Men feel replaceable, women feel overwhelmed, everyone feels alone, yet everyone is surrounded by options. It's not weakness, it's a broken environment. And when an environment is broken, healthy behavior feels abnormal. That's why so many men start questioning themselves. Am I boring? Am I not attractive enough? Do I need more money? More status? More confidence? Self-improvement just becomes survival, not growth and not joy. You start upgrading yourself like you're trying to become a better product on a shelf. New haircut, new gym routine, new wardrobe, and even a new mindset. And don't get me wrong, improvement is good. But if it's driven by the fear of being replaced, it's never going to feel satisfying. Because no matter how much you improve, there's always another option one swipe away. And this is where frustration grows. Men start pulling away from dating entirely, not because they don't want connection, but because constant emotional resets are exhausting. Invest, detach, repeat. Eventually, detachment just becomes identity. You stop expecting depth. You stop expecting loyalty. You stop expecting anything. And while this protects you, it also quietly starves you. Because beneath every man who doesn't care is a man who once cared deeply. He just learned that caring came with pain. But here's something most people don't even realize. Feeling replaced is not a verdict on your worth. It's feedback from a distorted system. A system where attention is abundant, but presence is rare. Where validation is cheap, but commitment is scarce. In that environment, the rarest trait isn't looks, or money, or charm. The rarest trait is emotional steadiness. A man who doesn't chase, doesn't cling, doesn't collapse when someone leaves, but also doesn't shut down completely. A man who is warm but solid, open but not needy, interested but not dependent. That balance is what makes someone unforgettable. Not because they try to stand out, but because they don't need to. And here's the shift that most men never make. Stop trying to be chosen. Become someone who chooses carefully. When you stop treating connection like scarcity, you stop acting replaceable. You slow down. You observe. You let people reveal who they are over time. You don't rush attachment, and you don't rush attachment either. You simply remain centered. And something interesting then happens when you do this. People feel safe around you. They feel seen. They feel grounded. Because in a world of fast attention, slow presence is magnetic. This is what makes a man irreplaceable. Not looks, not lines, not money, but presence, consistency, and depth. Traits built over time, not swipes. But to get there, you must survive the stage of feeling replaceable. You must stop taking disappearance personally. Stop letting ghosting define your worth. Stop allowing short interactions to decide your identity. Because the truth is, most people aren't rejecting you. They're reacting to overwhelm, confusion, their own detachment, their own fears of closeness. It was never about being insufficient. It was about two nervous systems trying to connect inside a culture that discourages attachment. So if you've ever felt replaceable, if you've ever felt disposable, if you've ever worried or wondered whether connection is even real anymore, trust me, you're not alone. You're not broken. You're simply awake inside a strange time. And the men who understand this early on, who learn to stay open without losing themselves, who learn to value depth over volume, those men don't stay replaceable for long. Because in a world of drowning in options, a grounded man becomes rare. And rarity is the opposite of replaceable.